Hey ladies, this is Erica Johnston and welcome back to my channel. So are you thinking about going gray, or maybe you're in the midst of going gray, or you've already transitioned and you just are ready to give it up and go back to dyeing your hair? This is a great video for you because we're going to talk about whether or not you're ready, right? And a lot of you question that. You're like, am I ready? I don't know. What does it mean? So this video will really help you, and it will also help you understand what it means to kind of go through the transition, and maybe even afterwards, like myself, over 3.5 years transitioned, go through the other side and still having ups and downs. But I just want you to know I'm having an up right now and I feel really, really good. So keep watching. Past 2 weeks I've posted a couple of videos that have really garnered a lot of comments, and I'm so excited that I'm starting to see you ladies commenting back and forth with one another. I just feel, I don't know, I'm feeling really, really excited about this channel, and I love that. That's why I'm making these videos, right? So if you're thinking about going gray, I want to talk about something that is a little bit different, and it might seem a little deep, and I know some of you might say it's just hair, and some of you might not even care, but I feel like if you're here and you're watching this, then you do care. And there is a grieving process that can sometimes happen with the transition. And for some of you, you just are getting it chopped off, you're getting that pixie cut and you're loving it right away. That's great, that's amazing. Right? But for other people, other women, you're transitioning and you're really, really struggling. So I want you to know, first off, I'm here for you. I totally get it. And, you need to just kind of push through that tough stuff. And once you've pushed through, it doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to get used to it. And I think some of us, it just takes us longer to get used to the new us and looking at somebody different, truly different in the mirror. I had one of you send me an Instagram message, and you sent me a picture of you with your dyed hair, and then you sent me one of you now, and really look like two different people, to be honest, but both stunning, right? And I'm kind of glad that she sent me the picture of herself with her gray hair first, because I wasn't swayed by the other picture, right? So I looked at that picture and I was like, oh my goodness, she's absolutely stunning. And then I looked at her with her dyed hair and I'm like, whoa, it looks like a different person, but still beautiful, right? So I think, you know what? I think we just need to realize that because of the society, the societal belief of gray being equated with old, we're really the pioneers of this movement, right? I know that there's been women in the past, that have gone gray young, but they were really few and far between. And, I know as myself as a kid, I would look at somebody with gray hair who was young, and it was just, my mind couldn't accept it. I didn't like it as a kid. Whereas now, literally I went to a store today, and the young, 20 something, she was like, I love your hair, it's so cool. And I was like, thanks. That's the norm. The younger generation now is looking at gray and they're like, that's awesome. And some comments that I get too from women are like, I want to go gray younger, right? Where, a lot of us, 40s, 50s, 60s and up, we're just like, oh my gosh, we wish we didn't, have any gray. But I'm really embracing my gray. And, the past few weeks I have kind of struggled, I'm not going to lie. I've gone through really good times. And then since I did the pink rose overtone, I just have not really been loving my hair. It's just been kind of blah. And I don't know, I just haven't loved it. And then I noticed yellowing discoloration and all this. I just used my pastel silver overtone again, and I was looking in the mirror and I'm like, am I going crazy? Like, I literally was thinking that my hair was turning like pink at the roots. Like, I'm just wondering, do I need to get my eyesight checked? What's going on? And then I'm noticing sort of blonde, and I'm guessing that that's like the yellow being neutralized, but I'm just noticing all these different things happening. So I wake up yesterday morning and I had this moment, and I looked in the mirror and I'm like, okay, so my hair isn't as like brilliantly silver as it was, maybe a month or two ago, but I like it. Like, I really like it right now again. And I'm excited about that. And I just want you to know that that's kind of part and parcel. It's almost like a real grieving process, right? Like, you might look in the mirror and be like angry and sad and maybe in denial and like all these different feelings that you have from, what, Lenny? Did you want to go outside? Regardless, grieving period. There really can be one, and it's very normal. And then there's just this, like, I don't know, letting go. And can I say that I'll never have moments again where I want to dye my hair? Probably not. I probably will have those moments. I want you to know that it took me several tries to finally grow out my gray hair. And that if you do the same and you say, that's it, I'm ready, and you really think you are, and you last a month and you cave and you dye your hair, that's okay. Just please don't feel like a failure, because you're not. And it really doesn't matter. It really doesn't. In the end, it's just about, priorities, about like really what's important or what do you not want to do. Like, for myself, I don't want to be putting chemicals on my hair. I don't want to be dyeing my hair every 2 weeks. I'm not interested in it. And I really do want to make a difference in the world and help younger women embrace their hair. So getting your messages, and when you tell me, and even, oh my goodness, my favorite thing is when somebody older than me tells me, that I've given them the confidence to embrace their gray. Like, it means the world to me. I am so excited because my own mom, she transitioned to gray after me. This past year, she really was like, that's it, this is crazy. Like, my daughter is gray. Why am I still a slave to the dye? And so she decided to transition, and her hair is gorgeous. So be realistic with your expectations. And, I've said this before, when you start to grow it out, you can really see what you've got, and you need to give it more than just a month, okay? Because a month, you don't get the full picture. Like, you can sort of see, oh yeah, I've got some silvers and everything like that, but you can't really see your true growth pattern. So I will say, even if you decide it's not for you, I would give it at least 3 months. So make the decision, give it at least 3 months, and then really look at your hair. Like, take a mirror and just look around at your growth pattern and sort of figure it out. Like, what have you got? So for myself, I've got dark, like fairly dark hair underneath here, and then sort of sprinkled throughout. So like I said, I tried several times to grow out my hair, and every single time I did it, it was just a matter of me not really thinking it all through of the long term, right? And I think that that's the most important thing. So what I did was I just would wake up and I'd be like, that's it, I'm gonna grow out my hair. And I would last, the most I ever lasted was a month, until I actually sat down. And that's when, I started looking at pictures, of other people with gray hair. That was really helpful. And I used Pinterest to start with, but I mean, now Instagram is just like absolutely, you know, booming with silver haired beauties. And, you know, if you don't have Instagram, it's very, very easy to get. And you don't even have to post your own pictures. You can just have an account and then follow other people. And then my account is Erica H. Johnston, so you can even follow me. So, you know, I did that, and then I decided, you know, I really want to do this. And so I actually had to sit down and really think it through. And that's where I said before, you know, like I had to have small attainable goals and so on. So the things that you need to know if you're thinking about going gray is it's not always maintenance free, right? So there is some maintenance with having gray hair. Or, I mean, for some people, I know they just use like shampoo and conditioner and they don't care and whatever, it's fine. But, you know, if you really you're concerned with keeping your silvers as bright as possible, you know, gray hair is very, very thin and it can attract everything. You know, you really do want to care for your gray hair so that it looks vibrant and lovely and not dry and, you know, coarse and that sort of thing. So yeah, so there is some maintenance. You know, I've got lots of videos about purple shampoos, and my absolute favorite thing that I'm using is Pastel Silver by Overtone. It's like the best product out there that I've found. And I just slap it on and it leaves my hair really, really soft, but it just neutralizes any brassiness that I have. So, you know, yes, my hair has discoloration, which I cannot for the life of me get rid of. Like, I've tried everything, and, you know, I have to confess something, and I know professional hairstylists, you are going to be mad at me, but I was kind of desperate, and I didn't feel like going to a hair salon because I was worried that they were going to end up like toning my hair or doing something else. So I ordered the Malibu C packet on, I don't even want to say where I bought it from because I know I'm going to get like big time slapped on the hand, but I ordered it and I tried it and it did zip. So I think it's a really good product if you've actually got hair color in your hair. But at that point that I used it, all of the rose gold overtone was like completely gone, so it did nothing. So I was hoping, and I wanted to see maybe if it was possible that yellowing from the sun could be sort of taken out with Malibu C, but it didn't work. So anyways, yeah, so there's a lot of, bye sweetie, there's a lot of products out there that are really, really, really good, but for me, I don't think anything can get rid of yellowing from the sun. So just know that there is some maintenance, you know, depending on what your goals are. And if zero yellowing is your thing, then you will need to wear a hat out in the harsh sunlight, okay? Just an FYI. You've got to give yourself realistic goals for the length of time that it's going to take you to grow it out. So are you keeping your hair long? Are you going to chop it off in a pixie cut? Set those reasonable goals, because a lot of you message me and you're like, oh my gosh, this is like watching paint dry. This is so long. And, you know, it's true. Like, our grays seem to come in so quickly, you know, and mine were showing up like every single week after dyeing my hair. But, you know, after that, like after I really started growing it, I was like, oh my gosh, my hair is like not even growing. But I assure you it is. So, you know, hair grows at a set rate every month, and it's not much, let me tell you. Yeah, so just give yourself that goal. Like, if you've got long hair and you are hell-bent on not cutting it, then I'm going to tell you it's going to take you a very long time to grow it all out. So it could take upwards to like 3 years, 4 years. To grow the whole thing out. So yeah, so just set that. Say, okay, here's my goal. You want to come up, buddy? You know, here's my goal, and I'm going to do this. Okay. Be prepared. Hi. Be prepared for not everyone to like it. You know, that's a huge possibility. And you know, I did a video a couple weeks ago about negative comments, and just to help you out. So I mean, really. You should watch that video. So you want to be armed with that information beforehand and be kind of prepared for how to act, you know, and not to take things personally, right? So those are just some of the things that you want to think about if you're going gray. I also have another video I did called Your Going Gray Checklist. You can watch that. I'll link that above. And yeah, so basically just to wrap up, just know that if you're thinking about going gray, understand that there could potentially be like a little grieving period. You know, there's some maintenance required. You got to think about how, like, the length of time, a reasonable amount of time you want to give yourself to grow it out. And then just potentially that you might not be always receiving, you know, positive support, right? So, but that being said, you will always have positive support on this channel. And so you can always comment and send me a message. I love to hear from you. And, you know, if I don't get to your comment, do know that I read them all, okay? And I'm doing my best to keep up with everybody's comments, and I do appreciate it. So if you are finished watching and you don't feel like watching anymore, see you later. Otherwise, I'm going to show you something really cool. So the past couple of years, I've been playing hockey on Tuesday nights on Women's League. And I love it. It's so much fun, and we go out for drinks afterwards. And so this year things are different because, you know, if I choose to play hockey, it's just going to end up being like 4-on-4, and we can't go out for drinks afterwards, which is always like one of my favorite things, is like the social aspect of playing team sports. So I decided this year that I'm going to do something different, and I've always wanted to take ballet. And I know it's crazy. I am like 5'11". I know I'm like a giant. And to imagine me as a ballerina is like so hilarious. But I feel, you know, as I'm getting older, I just want to do all the things that I want to do. And that maybe didn't do for, I don't know, reasons that are kind of stupid, to be honest. And like, I feel, especially after growing my hair out, I feel almost like I can do anything. So I'm really excited. I'm gonna start ballet. So I didn't go out and buy like the pink tights and the black leotard. I'm not there yet, and I don't know if I ever will be, but I did buy myself some ballet slippers. So I'm so excited. And I went to the shop, and I had to go online and make an appointment to go in the store. So it was just like me, I was the only customer in there. But the woman was so nice, and she fitted me. And the first pair that I tried on, I was like, oh, these are great. They fit amazing. And she looked at them and she was like, no. She was like, those are no good. And so she gave me these ones, and they look so little and cute and tiny. And I just have to put them on for you because I'm so excited for you to see how cute these little ballet slippers are. So I'm going to be a ballerina. They've got like little leather bottoms on them. Do you like those, Lenny? What do you think? You like my ballet slippers? I'm excited. I'm gonna be a giant ballerina. Yes, I am. All right, so that's my news for this week. I hope that you enjoyed this video. And of course, if you have any specific questions, you let me know. Be sure to give this video a like, give it a little thumbs up, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already done so. And until next week, bye for now. You're just like ready to throw in the towel. This sounds stupid. Hit the die. Hit the box of dye. You're just ready to hit that. Hey everyone, this is Erica Johnston, and oh my god, I'm like sitting like this. Like, what is wrong with me? That's so rude. Okay. You can just, I can't see you while you're eating.
Hey Mom!
Hey buddy! I'm just filming right now.
Okay, where?
Just sitting here.
Really?
So my kids just came home. They are making their lunch right now. I'm just going to keep filming while they make their lunch. No, I'm not. Okay, hi Everett!
Hi!
Aw.